the topless streamer. I do apologise, but it's absolutely roasting in Manchester. It's like in its 30s. There's no way I can walk around. Just come out of work and I had to just strip down. I am wearing appropriate wear lower down, so I'm not totally buff, but I feel like it. Bleeding hell. Roasting. How you doing, guys? Paula. Oops, I need to cover myself. Oh, what you like? How you doing, everybody? Are you enjoying this weather or what? Are you making the most of it? Getting them barbecues? Getting your tootsies wet in the little paddling pool in the garden? Really through the heat or looking at me topless, Janaea? Which one was it that made you faint? You're staying out of what, Indica, of this topic? Yeah, the heat today, I'm glad I'm not making women faint. You know what I mean? Can't be having any of that. What do you call the Nazi? Yes, Warren, look at this. Look at this. All these slight innuendos coming out because I'm roasting. Have we got to put a towel on? All right, cool yourself down, guys. What is this turning into? Shall I just turn this stream into a catwalk or something? Shall I just like parade up and down? What's going on? Honestly, I'm roasting. I'm not doing this for effects. Otherwise, I'd be shaking my nipples all over the place, and I'm not doing that. I'm actually crouching down. Like that. Oh, Great Britain. Oh, I'm going to get a community strike for this, aren't I? I can see it. Stand up. Stand up. Look, got my work pants on. Got my work pants on. They're my work kind of capri pants. And the missus hates me walking the streets with these on. Because look, I don't bother wearing trainer socks. Yes, Matter. Yes, Judge. Get a broom and do a pole dance. What is going on with you lot? Honestly, you really are suggestible. My word. No wonder the movement is in the state that it's in. I do a stream and just because of it's like 30 odd degrees and it's hot, all of a sudden, it's like the temperature's just been turned up all over the world. It's like, what? Really? It's not that attractive to look at. Yes, Matter, sun is out. I was going to do the stream outside, but it was really severely hot. So I thought I'd stay inside. Cool, I've got a fan going over there. Yes, Billy. Thank you, mate. Thank you. So, thank you for jumping on anyway. What, vouch for my pole dancing skills, mate? Honestly, you don't want to see that. And it'd be too slippery anyway, wouldn't it? Wouldn't be able to grip it. It'd be sliding all over the place. No offence, but I'd rather watch Teresa make pole dance. You know what? I think you're probably right, Great Brit. I think you're right. Let's get Teresa made. Teresa the appeaser. Let's get Teresa on and then get Boris to do the last 5 minutes. How would that go down? Oh, Boris shaking his tings on the pole. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? So thank you anyway for jumping on. Totally gone right off subject. Just finished work in a care home, boiling. Well, nice one for finishing your shift, mate. I hope it all went well. And yeah, we ain't work a bitch when the heat is like this. It's really stifling, you know? Normally, I'm not moaning. I'm seriously not moaning because I love it. I do love it. We're not adapted to it, however. We're not adapted to we're not conditioned to kind of put up with this weather. So I guess that's why it's perceived that we moan. We don't moan. It just like hits us like a fucking ton of bricks. Naked Truther. Oh my god. Is that going to be my new name? The Naked Truther. Still working. Oh mate. Upholstered in pub chairs. That sounds like you're in a kind of stuffy environment, unless you're outside doing that. But sounds like if you're indoors, all the other tradesmen getting on with it and sweaty asses all over the place, BO, stinking. Doesn't sound good where you are, mate. I might have the wrong end of the stick there. You might be surrounded by freaking women in bikinis upholstering indoors. Right. Have you got a little paddling pool there, or what? Bed pill Phil. Great Brit, where are you taking this stream? This stream has nothing to do with my bed. Not bad if you're in the pub. It's true. At least you can get something out of it, can't you? You know what I mean? Get a quick lemonade while you're working, cool you down. And then before you know it, you'd be firing your nail gun at people, wouldn't you? You know what I mean? Ding, ding, ding. Call me a Nazi. Ding, ding, ding. Start taking people out. Maybe you wouldn't. Maybe it's just me. So I hope you're all right anyway, guys. Honestly, this sun's beautiful. I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. Yes, so thank you for jumping on, guys. This stream it's not to really get involved in a fight. It's not really to start sticking my oar in. But the bottom line is, I do know more to this than most people. I have been talking to Yvonne Black, which Yvonne Black was someone who was very well acquainted with Aiden. And from the outside of her geographical position, I think she lives in Leeds, up that area, she was heading the campaign for the Aiden James. Now, I've got to thank Great Britain again, because it was that man who put me onto Yvonne in the first place. He sent me a video and she was wearing a yellow vest. This was before the yellow vest went all fucking tits up. She jumped onto it because she thought it was the right thing to do. And it was only like a minute or so clip. Yes, Jonans 1966. Nice one, mate. Nice one, thank you. Yeah, Yvonne's top. So, when I seen this video, I said it to Great Brit. I could not believe how powerful this lady come across, how command of her words that she come across, how controlled, anger, frustration, but controlled. The way she just portrayed herself, it was literally a 2-minute speech. I'm like, whoa. So I said literally to Great Brit, I've got to interview this lady. So he then put me in touch with Yvonne, and I've never interviewed her because I've never had the opportunity, you know, for one reason or another. But we've been in close contact for months, just talking on WhatsApp, just, you know, communicating for hours, literally, man hours. Have I been blocked? I don't get what that means. You couldn't be blocked if you made a comment, if you're referring to this. All right, there you go. There you go, it's been sorted out. So, Yvonne has told me for months what's been going on. And when I first found out, I wanted to interview Yvonne, one, because of what a character she was, and I could recognise that a voice like that would be brilliant in this movement, because she has got a stature about her. Apparently she's not that tall, but you wouldn't believe it when she talks. Very, very Yorkshire-like, doesn't take no shit, but she's not bad. She's a good egg. She tries to help people. She's got her own problems. She's got her own vulnerabilities, which makes her susceptible as well. So I got in touch because I thought, right, not only Yvonne, but I want to kind of see what the Aiden James thing is, you know, and see if I can help in any way. And if anyone's like a regular on my channel, she is a good egg. On my channel, I'd done a video. It wasn't going into it too much, but it's the way I felt, that I felt it was more politically driven, this. Now, over the months of talking to Yvonne, I'm finding out there's more to the story. There's more to the story that makes me think that it would be risky to touch it. because it could bite you back, and you're inviting followers in when they could be bitten back, and you don't want to lead people up a false path, you know. So it's hard to throw your full support when you know there's circumstances in the back that could really make you look bad in the whole movement, you know. As bad as the movement is at the moment, you know, it only takes a couple of things just to collapse, and it's just negative all round. So I decided I wasn't going to touch it. I certainly wasn't going to touch it. Me and Yvonne carried on talking. Yvonne was in agreement because she felt there was more to the story, although she was prepared to help in 101%. But what she soon found out is that people connected to Aiden, and Aiden himself, weren't being totally truthful with her, weren't being totally open and honest. And any consultation she had, it was almost like she wasn't getting the full information. So if this lady was going to be the main campaigner, she would have to know the ins and outs of a cat's ass. And there were so many question marks, and there were so many elements of things that have gone on in the past that made a question. So I think over the time, she's decided just to step back from it, because she's realised to a degree it's flogging. You're like the English Tim Pool, as you neither left or right, never. Oh, I missed that last bit. Okay then. Right, well, I'd take that as a compliment, my friend. Thank you. I try and do the right thing. I try and be right, and I try and be consistent. But as we can see, this movement is so fickle. Even if you come from a central position, you're still getting beat down of someone. You know, there's kind of hardly any room in this movement for honesty and integrity. So that's why I've kind of gone, Ugh. But that's another story. So for me, I stick up for people who I feel are righteous, who I feel are honourable, who I feel are getting the rough end of the stick, and who I fully support. Yes, McTavish. So Yvonne decided to kind of step away a little bit. This was affecting Yvonne's personal life. It was affecting her relationship with her daughter. Because of her persistence to kind of support Aiden, it had a negative effect with her relationship with her daughter. You know what I mean? So you've got to look at all them angles. So still through all this, yes, Yvonne was still wanting to support, even though she knew she was vulnerable, even though she knew she wasn't getting the full truth, even though there was things that she was hearing that was not good. But yet, when she was putting them concerns to the people concerned, she wasn't getting anything back. She was getting fuck all back. And I was party to hearing the conversations. So she's got no choice. So what I've noticed now is there's a little bit of a backlash that's now coming on. From what I make out, Aiden's mother is now trying to castigate Yvonne Black online by saying Yvonne Black is basically scamming the Aiden James Fund. Now, I can be the first to say that that is 100% bullshit. 100% bullshit. Yvonne has laid it out to me months ago exactly what was going on. Yvonne is, from what I can make out, 100% genuine in everything she does. She wants to help people. She doesn't want to scam. There was other issues. There was a Tommy Robinson event that Yvonne and Tracy went to in the early days. There was a series of buckets that was distributed out in order to, collect donations to fund the Aiden James campaign. It's up to people if they want to put in it, if they don't. People did. I do believe Yvonne gave out 5 buckets to 5 individuals. She got 4 buckets back. She got 4 buckets back. And she believed that 5th bucket had at least a couple of £100 in it. But she never got it. So, what part of that makes Yvonne a scammer? Yvonne was very vocal about that at the time. She called it out, she spoke to the people concerned, and it went on deaf ears. So they just had to walk away, knowing that that had just been done. You know what I mean? That's just like robbing a fucking poppy tin on a shut counter. It's that level of low that you've just hit by doing that. You know what I mean? Whoever's done it, I don't know who's done it. Yvonne had an idea who'd done it, and she'd said to me who she felt it was. I'm not about to say that name, but the bottom line is it was fucking bang out of order. It's like robbing an old lady, you know what I mean? It's just certain things you just don't do. I want people to think for themselves. I pressed the arrow by mistake. Who is Aiden James? Right, Aiden James was a chap that he went to fight the forces in Syria. Now, he was either related, was it YPG or the PKK? Affiliated with one of them, which had been prescribed as a terrorist organisation. So when he got back to England, obviously he was pulled in. He's been incarcerated for over a year. And it now turns out that it's not, the initial charge was, I think, attending a terrorist event. But same again, there's more to the story. I can't go too much further than that because it is an ongoing case. But there is more to the story. There's more to that. So that's bait YPG. Thank you, Matty. So that's why you kind of leave that to the side. Now, there was nothing wrong with still trying to support if you feel that the man is being wronged. Okay? Which Yvonne was doing. Now, Tracy's come out online and is accusing Yvonne of literally taking the funds. Now, I'm going to read you something. This is something that Yvonne Black posted on the 20th of July at 9:43 in the morning. Now, this is obviously after all the accusations. Really, I could have done with Tracy's initial post, but I haven't got that. But I was told about it. Sent off all my bank statements so I can prove I've never taken a penny from anyone. The money I raised from the online donor box is still there. Never touched it. It's been there for months. I don't have a PayPal account, so you're fucked. And no one's ever transferred any money into my account, so call the police, Tracer. So if she's going to supply a bank details, that'll easily answer that question. But that's not going to happen, is it? Because you would have to prove what you have spent all the donations on. Now that's talking to Tracy. Tracy is the mother of Aiden James. I'm going to see a solicitor next week and I will get advice and see what steps to take next. Counter-terrorism, which are closely monitoring every phone call, every correspondence that Yvonne does. And from what I can hear, they're more of a help than a hindrance to Yvonne, if I'm going to be fair. You hear counter-terrorism and you think automatically the establishment are closing down on her. No, they're not. They're trying to keep her out of shit. They seriously are. From my end, Yvonne may be able to tell you different, but from what Yvonne's been telling me, that's the kind of case. She's got no problem with the counter-terrorism. Counter-terrorism are also coming to see me next week about the threats that Aiden made to me. Now, that's something else. I will make sure this matter is dealt with properly. If that means I have to make a statement, then so be it. If anyone comes knocking on my door, I promise you it will be the last door you knock on. So there was threats for people to be sent round to a house, I'm assuming from this statement. Classy that, innit? And it class A. Bearing in mind, they can't prove shit at this moment in time. They've not put any bit of documentative evidence to get them accusations to stick. They've just thrown it out there, which then makes you question the credibility of the people that are doing that to her. Do you not think? I will have you put in the back of a van quicker than you can cry, "Mummy, help me." Real men don't attack women, they protect them. Hashtag play yay Don Hero, hashtag watch this space. Yvonne Black's a fighter. You ain't going to be able to throw accusations at the likes of Yvonne Black if she feels that she's not done it. And you're not going to get her to bow down. She's going to come out kicking and fighting. I've been saying to her all the way, if you do come out kicking and fighting, make sure that everything you do is legible and right by the book, because then your aggression and anger can then not be used against you, Yvonne. So whatever you do, do it in a controlled manner and lay out all the points. That's the only way you can kind of play this now. If you go out ranting and raving to people that do this to you, they almost, by very psychology, they make you look like you've got the problem, when in fact, they're maliciously putting a load of lies online when they can't back it up. They're the ones that is the problem. So I think the best thing she's done was just to lay out that statement. Now, no doubt there's been all kinds of exchanges backwards and forwards. So it's a shame with someone like Yvonne Black that I totally respect. I love her down to the ground. She's brilliant. I totally support her. 100% support her in what she's doing. You're right, Great Brit. The Free Aiden thing would have no traction without Yvonne Black. It was going nowhere. Yvonne's character give the Aiden James movement, the Aiden James campaign life. That was the only thing that gave it life, was Yvonne. What she thought, Yvonne's initiatives and Yvonne's will and passion to help him out, that's what got that off the ground. Nothing else. What it is looking like, there's a lot of dysfunctionality going on in the background in terms of certain characters, which Yvonne noticed early on. And from what I hear, I noticed straight away, which made me believe that I want nothing to do with it. Because you know, somewhere down the road, it's going to come back to bite you. You're going to be the one that has been saying this, saying that. 6 months down the road, you're made to look a liar because everything you've just said, oh, it just seems there's more to the story. Why didn't you say this, Phil? Why didn't you say that, Phil? So it looks like you're protecting someone when in reality you're not. At that point, it was truth. But because there's more to the truth behind that certain dysfunctional individuals do not want to enlighten, it's only going to lead anyone who then further talks about that into a trap, into a snare. So anyone with a common sense and an ounce of intelligence will go, what? I ain't going nowhere near that. I'm sorry to hear where he is, but I can't do fuck all for him if that's how you're playing it. And it was as simple as that for me. And Yvonne understood. Yvonne understood. In some ways, at that point, she was still connected, but she wanted out herself. But because of her character, she could not pull herself away. I was the one saying, get the fuck out of there. Get out of there. Do it in the right way, but get out of there. It's not doing you any good. It's not doing your family any good. And you need to move on. You've got aspirations in life. This is a woman that's give Aiden over £1,000. £1,000. But yet they're trying to shake her down for a pair of trainers. A fucking pair of trainers. I do remember that. She didn't ask for any of that £1,000 back. She was slowly feeding Aiden money over the time that he was in there because he was on his arse and she was trying to help. Did she get any thanks for it? Has she fuck. So that's what happens, innit? When you try and do the right thing. So in all of this, I feel for Yvonne. But you know what? I'm glad. I'm glad she's had that light bulb moment now, and I'm glad she's woke up to it. I'm glad she's got the resistance in her to go, fuck you. You want to do this to me? I'm going to rinse your ass. I love people with that fighting character when you can project it in the positive way, exactly like she's done. Not go out ranting and raving, not going out offering people out or threatening to knock on the door or whatever else it is that's been labelled at her. She's a fighter. Bang out of order. So at least, if she follows through with this now, let's see what comes back. I guarantee it'll go very quiet now. It will go very quiet. Trying to take advantage because, oh, I missed it. The comments kind of come and go too quickly for me. I'll wait till it comes back up. But it is bang, it's wrong, isn't it? This movement does not need this. I do believe Simon Bean got involved in this. Now, how does that make Simon Bean look? There was also false claims put out that Aiden had cancer. He didn't have cancer. He had a tumour that was removed. Aiden's admitted that. But yet, to the wider public that know jack shit, he's got cancer. So what are people going to do when you've got cancer? Oh, fucking hell, can't believe that. They're going to get more annoyed thinking, what is he doing in there? Bearing in mind there's more to the story. So you're getting more of the sympathy card. Can you see what the psychology of it all? It's fucked up. You don't play the cancer card. That is something that's only played when it actually happens. Not when you don't know. Not when you've not had a diagnosis off a doctor regarding cancer. Not when the lawyers, solicitors, barristers have got no idea about cancer. Not when the prison have got no idea about cancer. So you come out, you go online, and then you start telling people that Aiden's got cancer. Sick. Now, whether that was done on purpose, because I can't say, or whether that was done out of misinformation. So now you've got your Simon Beans, your Yvonnes that was still there trying to campaign for him on the basis of a lie that's going to bite them back. It's going to bite the movement back. Because the left will look at it and go, what the fuck is going on here? You're trying to get a man out of jail where there's clearly more to it. You're proclaiming he's got cancer when he hasn't. You're making a shitload of money. And to some degree, there's an element of guilt why he's in there. But the wider movement does not know about that. The wider movement thinks that he's all sweet and light and innocent. And I guarantee that is not the case. I'm not saying he's an ultimate wrong'un. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the case that they're putting on the wider movement is not accurate. There's more to it. So it's unfair that when the shit hits the fan, they turn on Yvonne. The one person that was trying to keep it moral, trying to do the right thing, but because she was getting lied to, because she wasn't being told all of the facts that she needed to know, it's led her up a garden path. And now Tracy's tried to make out as if Yvonne's scamming it. Scamming it. There's an element of sickness there. And that's not right. So this stream, I'm going to get going shortly. I won't really try to get into anything. And like I said, I don't want to talk too much on the case because it's still ongoing, isn't it? I'm just showing my support for Yvonne Black. Now, I know every time I do stick my neck out for any woman in this movement, believe it or not, the fucking shit hits the fan also, doesn't it? But I'm going to adhere to the last word to what Yvonne says. Real men don't attack women. Real men protect them. So what the fuck is going on here? Sick. You know, that's why you lose respect for some people. Oh, is Spud Gun here? Yes, Spud Gun. How you doing? Spud gun in the house. Spud gun in the house. Spick a spud, spick a spud, spick a spud gun. In the house. Glad to hear it, Spud gun. You stay positive, mate. Keep smiling. So, Yvonne Black has my vote. I don't know what's going to happen. I know this has probably left a bad taste in Yvonne, in her mouth, to the point where she's very critical now what she's going to get involved in moving forward. You know what I mean? Simon B, imagine what it would have done to him when he found out that this case, there's more to it. So it's damaging on everyone. Damaging on everyone. And we don't need it. We don't need the emotional wind-up by being told falsely that someone's got cancer, that someone is falsely in prison, when one of them's an out-and-out lie because he didn't have cancer, and the prison bit, there's more to it. So then if you don't know that, we're in the movement going, free Aiden James, it's all about the police. On the basis of a lie. There's too much of this goes on in the movement. There's too much of standing outside courtrooms when there's more to the fucking story. Let's get on with trying to help people, help survivors, grooming victims, instead of just getting outraged on lies. Oh jeez, is Spud gun upsetting people? Spud gun, man. Why don't you chill, Spud gun? Just chill. Oh jeez, what has he said? Don't mean to be a distraction, but how's Eddie? Keep up the good work. Eddie's alright. Cheers, Alexander Scott. Eddie's alright, last time I spoke to him. He's alright. He's doing okay, Eddie. I think he's going to be opening his channel back up soon. A bit of outrage, Voodoo Media. Look at you. Bit of outrage. Yeah, I mean, you know, we do love to be outraged. That's what gets us all out here, doesn't it? You know what I mean? That's why I'm doing streams. Outraged about this. Got something to say about that. But if it's bullshit, then it makes you look a muppet, doesn't it? You know what I mean? But I get it. If it's genuine, then I'm all on that. I'll do it with flags on and a freaking cherry on top, tie a nice little fucking bow on it. I'll be there. But when there's more to stories, you can't. And when there's more to stories, you've got an obligation in any movement to tell the people and give them the full picture. Otherwise, you're leading them up a garden path, aren't you? Which then ruins the movement. So it's never good. As Rochdale is a blip compared to London, especially Southall and Lower Tamla hamlets. A blip? I'm not sure where you're going with that one, but there's going to be a protest in Rochdale this Saturday, PAG UK. Now that's genuine outrage. That ain't no lies. There's more to that story. There's stuff that I can't even mention that Billy told me yesterday. That Billy was fuming when he found out. Because he just said to me, and I can't talk about it, but what I will say, he said to me, if this is true, what I found out, Phil, then it's not going to go down well. And he's now in the process of trying to find out and validate that information that he's found. That's about all I can say for now. But if it is true, it makes what has gone on in Rochdale a little bit worse. Let's put it that way. So there's going to be this Saturday, there's going to be a bit of a protest. I think Billy's done a wall of shame and he's put all the individuals, all the corrupt bitches and just nasty councillors and everyone else that has just been negative to Rochdale over the years that have helped facilitated in the endless grooming, trafficking that's been going on in Rochdale since the 60s, you could argue. Allegedly. Allegedly. Yes. So that's all I can say. Like, you're right. You are right. So we'll have to wait and see. Same again, I've got an obligation, haven't I? So I've got an obligation when I hear information that's, oh, right, I'm getting outraged. And then tell you something that then turns out to be an absolute load of bull. So that's why Billy said, let's keep it down for now. We're gonna kind of slow this down. We're gonna get all the information. And if it is true, the police are going to be, honestly, you won't believe. So yeah, it's allegedly at the moment. But considering I've not mentioned the name, I probably don't have to say alleged though, but I am going to anyway. So that's it, really. That's it. That's where I'm going to leave it. That's where I'm going to leave it for now. I'd like to thank Great Brit for grabbing his spanner at last minute. Don't get me started on Carl Beach. Phil knows about Watson, read Brian Harvey. Brian Harvey, that's another one, yeah. You never got a notification, McTavish. I know, mate, it's crazy, innit? There's never a stream goes by where someone don't say that. There's never a video. I mean, that will affect the numbers. Imagine how much, if I've got 20,000 subscribers and I don't know what percentage don't get notifications. I know there'll be a percentage that just look at the post and go, well, I'm not interested anyway, for whatever reason. That's fair enough, you can accept that. But how many get it, how many numbers in percentage wise affects my channel and other people's channels, because it's not just me it happens to, through non-notification. When you've done it, the bell, you know what I mean? Didn't get a notification. Look, more, just more in it. The misdealings of YouTube, eh? You know what I mean? Try to suppress any sound, sane voice coming out. Yeah, it will. Dark Destroyer. This has been happening to a lot of other channels lately. Because things are turning now, aren't they? You know, I do believe that they want to wind people up to create the scenario where the straw that broke the camel's back. That's what they want to do, ultimately. They want what's happening now. What's happening now is playing right into the hands. Because people, the vibration of the movement now is so fucked up. And I don't just mean all about aggression and anger. I just mean there's a lot of people scared. A lot of people disillusioned, a lot of people disenfranchised, disorientated, don't know who to believe, don't know who to trust, don't know who to give money to, don't know what the fuck to believe anymore. You know, all that combined, that is some low frequency energy that is reverberating in this movement. So you can imagine the overall mood of this movement. I don't think anyone has got a reason to be buzzing. You know what I mean? I don't think anyone's having a success of anything at the moment. I don't know, I might be wrong. Who is Aiden James? Oh, for God's sake, Guy Fawkes. Oh, the only way you're going to get away with that is if you say, I didn't get a notification. Seriously? Because then it's not your fault. Aiden James is... Oh, fuck's sake, I've got to go back again. Mate, seriously, just watch the beginning of the stream. And I don't mean that in a disrespect, it just means I've got to really go in. Aiden James is someone who was in prison for supposedly fighting for the YPG. And it's designated as a terrorist outfit by Turkey and by Britain. So when he duly got back here, he got gripped, he's ended up being put in prison, and there was charges of, I think, attending a training camp and other stuff, and that's as far as I'm going to go. So he's been in a prison, I think it's Belmarsh actually, for over a year. I think he got taken in last Valentine's Day, so he's been in over a year, and I think it's coming up in the next few months, his case, so we'll see what happens. You googled the name and found now, right? Yeah, well, that's probably a good thing on his part, mate, because fucking hell, Let's, you know what I mean? Let's just hope it stays that way. Big brother. Mate, we need to be positive. Listen to Dr. Cornell West in Rogan. It will perk you up. Yeah, you know what, mate? I'm not low. I'm not low. I think what we're all feeling. I've got oodles of positivity, but I know what you mean. I'm probably the way I put it. No, I'm disillusioned with the movement, and I think, you know, everything I said there, I think a lot of people are feeling. But no, there's, as well as being disillusioned, there's optimism, because it's created something else. There's gaps going on. There's things that are not being looked at. There's things, the survivors not being given an adequate voice. There's survivors that are not being helped. So for me, that's the no-brainer. You know, support survivors groups, support what they're doing. That's as positive as you're going to get, because not only are you helping people, but you're making the story more aware through positive actions. You know what I'm saying? That's the fucking new garlic bread. And then, don't forget, if anyone remembers Sarah Rebotham, collect a dossier on survivors. They're doing it. Pag's doing it in real time. Maria's is doing it in real time. Shatterboys is doing it in real time. Now, the one thing, the dossier is one thing, but then when you've got an organisation that is helped predominantly by volunteers, which are survivors, when they've got peer-to-peer and female peer-to-peer, that then starts to show survivors bobbing their head up and being noticed, being seen. Then they start to be seen as a collective, when 6 months ago, no one's seen any of them. Do you understand what I mean? So then, by looking at them, that is tangible. That's not something we're going, oh, you know, we're standing in Sunderland talking about Rochdale grooming gangs, but we don't know a single one, but we know it goes on. No, there's them over there. Now, not to say let's promote them, let's throw them up. No, it's not about that. But just by the very signal that they're there involved with PAG is a visualization that there's more and more survivors coming out, talking, getting the help, getting the stability back, getting the life back, which then puts them on the map, which then puts a guilt trip on the council and on the media that refuses to cover this shit. So that is a twofold. It's like boom, 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 boom. And I love Billy to bits anyway. He's one of the hardest working people in this movement. I am telling you now. What? Dragged in a car? By who? Who? What? Off-White Fairy 77? Really? Really? Have you reported that? Because that... No, I'm not saying it. You know, I've got no reason to not believe what you're saying. Has that been reported? Have you reported that to police? Because that's an attempted abduction, isn't it? Really? I know, Scott. Yeah, this is why PAG are doing the thing on Saturday. I had a witness too. When did this happen? Recently or historically? No, I don't want to make this too public, so if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. Just genuinely curious, you know? It's fucking awful. Wish I had friend had son and worse, say 8 years ago now. Right, okay. Thank you for giving that information. Well, yeah, in reality, you probably should have, but, you know, maybe you felt you were doing the right thing at the time, not saying anything. I'm sorry to hear that. You know, that will go on. that is happening. It's a reality, innit? I'm glad you got out of it. Really, Shane. Phil, can I ask if you've heard of the... Ah, come back! Oh, you son of a... Right, hold on, let me try and freeze that. Freeze, can I? Phil, can I ask you, have you heard of the targeted individual community? Get off. 29th of August is an International Awareness Day in London. To be honest, mate, I'd never heard of it. I've no idea what that is about. You'd have to enlighten me on that. It sounds intriguing. Is it some... What... I've no idea. I've no idea. No idea. Is it something that should be promoted by this side? Is that... What's their initiative? What's the goals? Because there should be. This is what we need to turn. Instead of getting outraged now, we need to turn. One girl, 14, grabbed, held for 4 or 5 days, gang raped, house of... Fucking hell. Oh. I mean, I've no way of knowing that's true, but I know it goes on. So I'm not calling you a liar. I am sure it is true. But I'm going to react in my outrageness on that, on the premise that that does happen. Do you understand? Not that I'm just reacting from someone saying that, even though I've got no reason to disbelieve you. Yeah, see, there's issues, isn't there? There is issues off with the fairies. And these issues, you've got to be able to report it and not to be called a racist, a Nazi, or not to be told by the police that NFA, is it? No further action, because under PC they feel that you might, or it might be targeting them down to race. A crime is a crime. It is colourless. If you were explaining that as if two white guys, or two white guys tried to drag you in a car, I'd have the same outrage. I'd want the same thing done to them as them. And it's really that simple. I've not got a distaste for people of that ethnicity, although we have to admit there are issues that we could do with talking about, and we could do with the good Muslim population having the balls to talk about it. Well, so there you go, that validates what you're saying. Thank you. The 14-year-old's case was reported and they did time. So they should. For doing that, do time. They won't lock you under a bleeding jail, don't they? We need to unite, otherwise they win. Yeah, but unification has to be on unified terms as well, miss. And that's not been the case. There's been a lot of people that want you to unify with them, but don't want to listen to you. And that's not unification, that's just singing their song. And I don't do that. I work with people that respect my opinion and really allow me to do my own thing. And they're not really kind of trying to shut you down because you don't quite follow what they're saying. Even when, in reality, the proof of the pudding is in the eating, in terms of the shit that I was saying back then has kind of come true, innit? Yeah, it is, miss. It is respecting, it's listening, not assuming that your point of view is always right. Particularly when you're doing a role like this, which I was saying this to Tony today. You have an obligation. You do have an obligation, the way you come across, the way you talk, the way you portray yourself to people, what you want people to follow. You have an obligation because of what I was saying about Aiden James. If it's not done properly, it's going to come back and bite you right on the arse. And it's going to be the biggest bite. It's going to have the most sourest taste. You was on the left when that happened. Yeah, I'm not surprised you changed paradigms after that. You know, But you still, at the same time, you've got to keep that sense of balance. So from left to right is probably a knee jerk. If I'm going to be honest, from my perception, it'd have to be from left to centre. From left to centre, see what the fuck's going on. But even from the centre position, you can agree with right, but you're not going straight flip, because that can kind of do weird things to you as a person and the journey you go along. You know what I mean? I've seen it in people in this movement. People in this movement have gone from just normal, placid people to having so much hatred. Fucking hatred. Always stay centre, mate. It's right. It's right. And let me tell you, while I'm on it, have I got it here? Right, fucking hell. I've not even finished this yet, but I'm going to show you and then I'm going to get going because I've got to have a bath. I had a conversation with a friend of mine a couple of weeks ago, and intelligent guy, black guy, works with special kids, I think, special needs and stuff. Does a very rewarding role. Very intelligent guy. We were talking. In the beginning with my channel, he was like, "You're propping up the far right." That was his attitude. And I told him, I'm not. You know what I mean? To a degree, he had a little bit of truth on his side with the way things have turned out and the way it's made even the most honourable people in here look. You know what I mean? So there was an element of truth. So we had the conversation, and you know what he said to me the other day? He said, "I couldn't do what you do. I've got so much respect for what you do and what you're trying to do." Now, this is from a few months ago when he was saying that, and he wasn't angry with me. He had so much respect, and we're like close friends, really close friends. And he wanted to, he had all kinds of aspirations. He was like, "I want to open my own political party." This is what he was saying. Because he could see a void in the market politically, ideologically, in what's going on. I say centre, the left moved to fascism. Yeah, so everything's moved around you. Now you're talking about the Overton window, and I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that. Right, so he done this to me, and I explained this to Martin the other day, Great Brit. He done this, and he literally went like that, and he goes, "You do that, Phil?" And he said, "You look at, obviously, you're not paying attention at the space here, or the space there. What he wanted me to pay attention to is that space right in the middle, right? That bit. Now, for all intents and purposes, I've kind of drew a diagram. And I'm going to kind of try and complete this, because I'm going to try and do a video on it and explain it. So this ain't even finished yet. See that? You've got two big circles, and then you've got that centre bit where they overlap, yeah? Far left, far right, yeah? What have I got here? Centre right, centre left, yeah? That's where I feel I am. That's where I feel like a lot of you guys are. Right fucking there, yeah? Right in that little fucking shitty, stinky space that stinks. You know what that's like? That's like a toilet in a pub. You know, one of them toilets. Why do pubs not have windows in the fucking toilets? Yeah? Why? Why are the traditional pubs tiled all the way up where you get condensation all over the place and not a fucking window or a vent in sight? So you end up, after a week of people pissing all over the place, of the most putrid smells imaginable, yeah? So the reason why I went off on that little fucking rant is because that's what that is. That's where we are now. Right in that middle ground, getting fucked over by them and getting fucked over by them. Not representing them, but still having empathy and sympathy of some of the talking points, have empathy and sympathy of some of the talking points, but can't fully go either way. For me, it's up to you how you feel. You might be like, fucking, I'm right over there. I don't know. I'm here. I'm fucking happy, apart from it stinking. The police do everything they can. The establishment do everything they can, yes, to get you out of there. That's what they want to do. They don't want you in there, because if you're in there, you're going to get many demographics that are going to be in there, because it's centre, they're balanced, they can see it. Do you understand what I mean? That is the dangerous pot of people. You need to start a pub bog design company. Am I wrong though? Am I wrong, guys? Am I wrong? How many times have you been in a pub and it's like, really? What is going on? I'm like literally holding my breath. And even though I'm holding my breath, I feel like the odours are wrapping round me. They're like, get off me. I don't even want to touch anything. Wash my hands, and I hold the fucking handle with my little finger. I'm like, get me out of here. Nasty. That's there. Even though it's the best place for us to be, it still stinks. So, the establishment, the police, the people that want to turn you from that to that. That's what they want. Call you racist, call you Nazi, you know what I mean? Ban you, keep telling you can't say this, keep telling you can't say that, even if you've got a point. The more you get angry, the more you start, I hate Muslims, I hate that. You know what happens? You nudge into there. You're putting yourself in there instead of staying in there. So after the period of when I joined, I was there. I'm not going to lie to you. When I'm getting texts, let me read this fucking text, yeah? This was a Tommy fan. But this doesn't mean Tommy's to blame for this. This just means there's a lot of low frequency shit floating around, yeah? Oh, it's not, where is it? It's not even there. It's not even there, it's gone. Oh, it's fucking gone, hasn't it? One of the worst comments I ever heard. I think I've read it out before. Talking about putting Muslims in the sea. Talking about paying midwives extra money to kill the unborn rat that is born inside of a Muslim woman. Now, if that's not fucking pushed yourself right over to there, I don't know what is. So when I'm hearing shit like that, when I'm hearing shit like, oh, you're not English, that's where you are, mate. Whoever said that, that's where you are. You know where I am? I'm staying there. Fucking staying there. I don't even agree with the left. So when you saying you went from right to left, no, don't do that. Go there. That's the best fucking place. What's sick? What, the toilets? Yeah, the toilets are minging. Oh no, I think is my niece watching? Are you watching? All the way from France? No way. How are you doing? Apparently it's supposed to be even hotter in France. And where my niece lives, it is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful part of France. Vineyard, near the south of France. So yeah, I went to spend some time with her over Christmas, and I do miss her. So hello Sandra. I've just semi-doxed you there. How you doing, Sandra? Hope you're doing all right. Hope Nemo's doing well. Now, if anyone remember Nemo, if anyone is watching this stream now who watched the video I put out talking about hip hop where I was showing parts of France, there was a dog that was the size of a fucking buffalo. That was Sandra's dog, Nemo. Such a placid, beautiful dog. Beautiful dog. But anyway, I'm rambling. Hope you're well, Sandra. And honestly, thanks for everyone for joining. But yeah, I need to do a video on that, because that really explains me. Whether you resonate with it, whether other people feel it. What I do feel is the people I have conversations with, they're going there. They're heading for that stinky, pissy toilet. So get some windows in it, because it's getting too much. So anyway, guys, I'm going to get going. Your video sitting in the garden. Yes, that's right. That's right. There was a terrorist event just after, if I remember rightly, that happened at Manchester Airport. A tram station in Manchester. And I'd done a video there, and I ended up doing another talk there. And she lives round the corner from this big kiss my ass castle. You would not believe it. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. She's got her own land. Gated. Oh, I didn't want to come home. Didn't want to come home. I'm doing all the jobs for around the house. Chopping fucking wood. Seriously. I was like the gutter there for the week. I was pretty bored. I'm like, yeah, what do you want me to do, Sandra? Right. She wants me to go back and decorate. And I will at some point. She lives in is it a 16th century house, Sandra? 16th century. The fucking thing is old as fuck. Beam work like you would not believe. I've never seen beams like it. I'm nearly 50 and I remain a proud lefter. I'm just not a wanker. Well, fair play to you, Lola. Because no one likes wankers, do they? I'm not even going to follow that up with another answer because I could, but I'm not. But no one likes a smart ass, and no one, if you're a proud lefter, you be a proud lefter. But as long as you've got the ability to see the point of view from that position, I'm sweet with you. I'm sweet with you. If all you can see is what's over here, then you're just as bad as them. But I know you're not, Lola, because I know you've been on this channel for quite a while. And I know you've not liked everything I've done as well. But fair play, you don't have to. I remember when the demented SJW type was a joke within the left. See old copies of Viz for proof. Yeah, Viz magazine, I know what you're saying. It's like, just crazy. Reacting. But in the same way, that's happening on this side with the outrage going again. Just being outraged and looking like you've got a fucking screw loose now, really. Coming out with the shit that's coming out with. And things that end up going tits up as well. Right, guys, I'm going to get going. I'm going to run myself a bath and I'm going to have a nice, cool, refreshing beer because I think I deserve it. I'm quite parched at this moment in time. So, Saturday, 1 o'clock, PAG UK, 138 Yorkshire Street, Rochdale. If anyone is local and is interested in partaking in the protest, which is going to be peaceful and it's going to be positive, I'm going to be, whether I'm streaming it or whatever I'm doing, I'm going to be all over that. I'm hoping Janaea's going to be coming down, and if Janaea's going to be coming down, Janaea has offered to do some additional filming for me, so there's going to be loads. Thanks, Jeffrey. Right, here we go. There's the yeah, toilets are nasty. That's it, mate, there. For me, that's where I feel I am. And I've always been. I don't even consider myself a centrist. I consider myself libertarian, nor left nor right. You know what I mean? But the balanced position is being there. You know what I mean? Appreciating that there is issues in this country, but at the same time, I'm not going to take it out on every goddamn Muslim. There is issues in this country, but I'm not going to blame the whole predominantly demographic for that issue of what turns out to be a percentage of people and a mentality. Although that mentality does have to be spoke about, so that's where I'm at. So there it is, mate. I will do a video. I'm glad you're all kind of interested and you didn't think I was mad doing that. It was something I'd done in the background, but I thought I'd just mention. But now you kind of show a bit of interest on it, I'm going to try and elaborate on it and maybe get a bit of a whiteboard going and get it all kind of done. Maybe do it through my telly or something. I don't know how I can do it. But I'm going to do it. So, guys, anyway, yes. Beer, bath and bong. Oh, beer, bath and bong. And then I'd be good for jack shit after that. I want to get on my decks. Because I'm going on holiday next week. So I want to now spend a couple of days collating a fat ass mix that I can listen to while I'm on holiday. Because I haven't been on my decks properly in months. I haven't recorded a mix in even longer than that. And probably Sandra will testify because she's always pecking me head. Do me a tape, do me a CD. You never do me CDs. What? Don't even go there, Sandra. You know I do. I always box them off. So, Yeah, that's what I'm going to do this afternoon. I'm going to have a quiet beer. I'm going to get my headphones on, and where I live now is going to get some low frequency bass transmitted right out. So if you hear a little, you know it's me. Yeah, I'm in town and I'm turning it up. That's how it's going down. Red pill bass boom. So on that note, anyway, guys, I'm going to get going. Thank you very much for all your positivity. And honestly, you don't know how much you help with your little pointers that are just as valid as mine, if not more valid. You know what I mean? And I think, yes, enjoy your evening, mate. And I think the fact that we can all kind of talk like this says something, because we're all in different maybe positions within there. But look, the comment section says we can still talk. We're not going to frigging listen to. Oh, cheers, Kimberly. Nice one, guys. Anyway, so I'm going to get going. So you enjoy the weather. Enjoy it. Yeah? I wouldn't say get your tops off. If you're in your own house, do what you want. Walk around bollock for me. Just don't be swinging anything near windows, because that will come back. So, great, guys. Thanks again to Great Brit. Thanks to all of the support. I love Yvonne Black, Tony Bugle, all the ladies in this movement that you don't start bitching, don't start turning. No one, whether they're female or male, is ineligible of critique. That I'm not saying that. No female should be attacked verbally or physically. And that's where I'm going to leave it. I love you all, even the pissing haters. Boom. See you later, guys.